Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you doing today? So, ho, 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 Merry Christmas. My mistletoe. It's kind of sad. I've had it a long time. Anyway, I don't think I've done a reading for you before, so I'd like to explain real quick kind of how it works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. Try to describe the picture the best I can. They never waste a message. There is always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, I know what he's talking about. Just non-exact science. Sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. We communicate the best way we can. But it's his show, it's his ball game, and I can ask him questions, but he doesn't have to answer. I let them do whatever they think they need to do within reason, or say, or whatever. So we're going to talk to Justin. He's he's coming in kind of bebopping. That's what I would call it. Yeah, I know I'm old. Kind of bebopping, like he's got music in his head that he's bebopping to, but I can't hear it. What's up? What's up? Look at me. I look all pretty. And he turns around and he wants me to see the back of his hair. Well, it's at least as short as mine, but I think it was in the picture too. Don't I look good? I still look good. Oh, a lot. They use music a lot. Um, what's a friend of mine? I can't quite get the song, darn it. Let me see if ALEXA can pick it up. I don't think I have enough words off of it yet. Hang on. Okay, so this is not the song he was trying to sing, but it was like the first few words, like the first line, and all I could hear was the second line, which is not the name of the song, but he was a friend of mine, so I asked ALEXA to pull it up, and it came up with Willie Nelson. He was a friend of mine, so that's just the way these things work. Go Google that song. There'll be something in there for you from him. He says, "Don't be sad for me. I am perfectly fine." He feels very, very calm, very peaceful, very, very light, very bright, kind of airy. He says, airy fairy. He says, I think of you often too. He thinks you have a good man right now. So there's a good male, a, a male in your life right now that is positive for you, very positive for you. And he's liking that. We were better friends than we would have been partners. And you probably don't know it, but I worshiped you on a higher level of commitment. I don't think he's talking about like partnership, but it's more like he really thought extremely high of you, almost like putting you on a pedestal. He says, because I trusted you. And it's almost like both of you, your energy was kind of the same, like you kind of connected, but it still wasn't like a partnership, but your energy was so level and so it's like when you were together, it's like not like you merged, I don't want to say merged your energy, but it's more like you were on equal level. It just felt your energy felt good when you were with him. He's, he said it was kind of a surprise. Just like that, I was gone. But he's saying it kind of matter of fact, like, okay, so what? Just like that, I was gone. He said it was that simple, that easy. And he says, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. He said, you ought to see some of the cool shit up here. He's got what looks like a tennis racket. It may not be tennis, but it's a racket like that. I don't know the other rackets, so he would show me a tennis racket because I would know what a tennis racket is. So he could have played some other sport game. Could be badminton. What are you doing? Hang on, he's doing something. I can't quite tell what it is. I don't know. I don't know how old you knew him. He's on a sidewalk and he's got like a little matchbox car and he's on his hands and knees and he's pushing it along the sidewalk. But he looks the age of the picture. He doesn't look like a little boy. So I don't know if you knew him back when you were little and he used to play with matchbox cars with you or something, or he might have not recently, sorry, or he might have played matchbox cars with a small child that was around you, or maybe you just recently saw somebody do this. He might be validating that he saw that. They don't always explain everything. I just love seeing you happy. It warms my heart to see you happy. Stop doubting yourself. Oh, don't worry, I've been around. Now, there's been a lot of times where I've seen the loved one like off in a corner of the room and they're like, well, I don't let them know I'm around. I don't know if I should. I don't want to scare them. Uh, don't I don't want them to think that their house is haunted. A lot of times when I'll go to cleanse somebody's house, they go, I've got a demon. No, it's grandma stopping in to check on you. She's just making a little noise trying to get your attention. It's not always bad stuff. So if you want him to bring you signs, or it's okay with you if he pops in, tell him so. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you, he can see you. Give him permission if you want him to. I have a feeling he'll be a lot of fun. I think he'll be a lot of fun. And if he scares you, tell him so. He's taken like a piece of notebook paper and he's rattling it and he's crumpling it, and so that the sound of that paper, sound, smells, electronics are the most common things. I mean, everybody knows about cardinals and coins and feathers and stuff. But I ask them for something unique for each person that I read for. So he's making the sound of the paper rattling and crumpling. So you should hear this. You can be in your car, you can be outside, you can be walking through the store, you can hear somebody crumpling paper. And that's still a sign from him. So anytime you think you get a sign from him, validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. Let him know it's okay. If it is okay, that's your free will choice. That's up to you. He says sometimes you get, well, I think we all do it. You get like everybody has their sad days, even if things are going good. You have sad days where you just kind of, or maybe you just want to sit down and watch a movie and cry. One of those days. He says, call on me, I will cheer you up. They can do things like that, but you have to give him permission. Well, not always. Some of them just butt in here. Some of them, some of them pop in and go, hey, what the heck are you doing here? But it helps if you give him permission. He said, at times like that, he's going to tickle you. And it could be, he's making me itch right behind my ear. So it could be, and on the back of my neck, I'm starting to itch. But when they get close to me, their energy makes me itch. I don't know why. It always looks like I got head lice or something because I start itching. There will be a tickle. And it could be, just like that starting out of the blue, and you don't think anything of it, but maybe stop and think, is that him? Now I feel it up here. It's kind of like a bug crawling or a hair on you or something like that. And most of the time, if it feels like there's a hair on you, and you still feel it, you do it again, you still feel it, that'll be him. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more. And my head's itching. I just washed it this morning. He said he doesn't want to do anything too dramatic. He doesn't want to butt in. He doesn't want to scare you. But he loves watching you be happy. If there's sad days, just say, hey, Justin, can you come in and help? Can you come in, cheer me up? And then see what happens. Could be something funny will pop on the TV or something that'll make you laugh, make you smile. He's talking about TikTok. Do you watch a lot of TikTok? The media is so hipped up on TikTok being so bad for us because it comes from China. Where they think this comes from? This can track me anywhere. They get really bored because I go about a mile from here and hang out with my friends every night and have a beer, and I go back home. They're going to get real bored. Sorry, don't need to get on my speech about TikTok. I don't know if he's validating that he knows you watch a lot of TikTok, but also something, you might see somebody getting tickled on TikTok, or you might see somebody getting tickled with a feather on TikTok. I'm not scared of TikTok. It's not any worse than ALEXA. He started to talk about a body of water, and then it was so quick I couldn't tell if it was an ocean or a river or what. I just saw water, and he started to say water, and then he took it away. I don't know I don't know where the water is involved. Maybe you'll understand it. Sometimes things that come out of my mouth and I go, why did I have to say that? And then people will come back and they'll say, oh, well, this, and this. And I go, okay. It sounds silly when I say it. Anyway. You are going to have such a good time next year. You have a bright, promising year coming up. Light and bright. And he wants you to dance and enjoy it because you deserve it. And I get to watch you. No, I don't watch you in a creepy way. So sometimes we worry about that. that was like something thumped me on the back of the head. Not a thump, but like something flew into me. Thump. Any little, of course, this hair that's so full of product, I can feel a fly when it lands on it and moves around. And normally it's not over exaggerated because that's just the way it is. Anyway, he's talking about a great year, great year. It's going to be like you're going to be on cloud nine next year. He says, don't fuck it up. And then he starts laughing. He's joking. He's joking. I keep hearing him say, hair of the dog, and I was waiting for him to say something else. Hair of the dog. Usually, hair of the dog refers to having a hangover the next morning and having a beer to get rid of it. Something like that. Thought somebody pulled up. Don't forget to be thankful. Don't forget to be grateful. He says you don't have to have a mansion to be grateful. Be happy with what you have. Be grateful for it. Doesn't mean you don't strive to get something better or nicer or different. It doesn't mean sitting on your ass and just staying in it. Say it again. It just means to appreciate what you have and who you have while you have it. Because every little thing's going to be all right. And he's showing a beer mug full of beer. Whether he drank it or not, doesn't matter. And he wants to clink glasses with you. And he says, cheers. Cheers to you. I adore you. Love never dies. Just took in a weird breath. It was like, I don't know what that was. If anything happens to me during reading, is for you. So I don't know what that was, but it's like I all over exaggerated a little bit. So instead of just taking in a smooth breath, I've asked them not to show me exactly. I kind of feel like it has something to do with that. Not to show me exactly how they pass because I would see it and feel it, smell it, and then I would cry after every reading. So I've asked my guides, and unless it's a necessity, I don't want to go through that experience. But that was really weird. And with that, okay. He started to leave, and then he says one more thing, and people know that they leave coins. These are 2 nickels, and the place I go to, I got up to go to the bathroom, and they were laying on the floor, just side by side, and there was nobody around. And I thought, okay, that's weird. And I started to pick them up, put them up on the bar, and I thought, no, I'm going to look at them. So I took them in the bathroom. And if you get coins in weird places, look at the date. Look at the date on them and see if there's a significance to the date. Because when I took it in the bathroom, I went, oh, there's no way. Because I don't usually get coins. So I went out back, the place that I go to, and we have my friend that passed away. He actually killed himself. I hate that word. Hate, 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 hate. But we have a sticker up there. So I went and looked because I thought, I know that's the year. I know it is. And sure enough, one of these has the year that he passed on it. Found out the coins were for me. In plain sight, nobody around. It's usually the ones you find in weird places. Start checking the dates. He's making a point of that, so it would be the date he passed or the date he was born or, something along that line. Could be your birthday, could be just you. And he says, for God's sakes, keep it. I keep saying, you give me nickels. Why couldn't I have $100 bills? Because I started to give these back to the business. Because 2 nickels, big deal. I'll just give it back to the bar, restaurant bar. And he's telling you, for God's sakes, keep it. Finders keepers. He said finders keepers. He's going like this. Now he's getting ready to leave. And he says, I'm blessed to have had you as a friend. Absolutely blessed. And I have been cleansed and healed. They've shown me when we first leave that I call it peeling us like an onion. They take all that heavy crap that we hold on to down here on earth and they peel it off of us till our soul is light and bright, shining, sparkling. We don't have negative energies up there. We don't need them. There's no hate. There's no greed. There's no remorse. There's none of that negative stuff. It's all about love. And he's evidently playing something with a racket, or he used to. I've seen him have barbecues and all kinds of stuff up there. They only let me see so far. I've been taken across the boundary a handful of times. I've heard the angels. But they usually only let us during a reading go so far, see so far. And for some reason, I felt compelled to say that. Now he's leaving. He's got what looks like a piece of sidewalk chalk in his hand, and he's kind of going like this as he walks away. Watch the writings on the sidewalk. Watch writings on the sidewalk. It doesn't have to be with sidewalk chalk. It could be with anything written on the sidewalk, the street, whatever. And you'd be surprised. Like when I was out on the beach, it was really early in the morning, and I walked out there, and there was a heart drawn. And I don't know if it said "love you" or something like that. And I knew who it was from. I know a person did it. I know they didn't do it. But it was meant for me to find, and I knew exactly who was sending that message. So just trust it. What's it going to hurt? That's just an example. Much love to you, my dear. Hope you have a great Christmas. Thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.